The Hollow Hunger, the tragic legend of Darth Nihilus. There are whispers, dark, empty echoes that drift through the Force when one dares to speak his name. Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger. A being so consumed by the dark side that he ceased to be a man at all. To most, he is little more than a myth, a spectral warning of what happens when power devours purpose. But to those who have delved into the ruins of Malachor V, the story of Nihilus is no legend. It's a lingering wound in the fabric of the Force itself. Darth Nihilus was not born a Sith Lord, nor even a warrior of renown. His story begins on Malachor V, the planet that became a graveyard after the Mandalorian Wars. When the Republic superweapon, known as the Mass Shadow Generator, activated, it tore the world apart, ripping ships from orbit, crushing armies, and drowning the surface in fire and death. He was one of the few who survived, but survival came at a price. The Force itself screamed that day, and the man who would become Nihilus heard it. The cataclysm hollowed him, consuming his identity, leaving behind only hunger. He could feel the Force in others, alive, luminous, and he needed it, craved it. Feeding upon that life became the only way to quiet the endless emptiness within. When the Jedi exile known as Mitra Surik cut herself off from the Force, Nihilus did the opposite. He gave himself over completely, surrendering his humanity to become an avatar of starvation. In time, he was found by Darth Traya, the manipulative philosopher of the Sith, who believed in the Force's cruelty, and Darth Sion, the immortal Lord of Pain. Together they formed the Triumvirate, a dark trinity that ruled from the shadowed halls of Malachor's Trayus Academy. Traya saw Nihilus as a necessary weapon, a wound made flesh, a tool to destroy the Jedi, who still clung to life after the wars. But Nihilus's hunger could not be restrained. He turned on his master, betraying Traya alongside Sion. From that point forward, he became more force of nature than man, his body eroding until he required his mask and armor to hold his existence together. The shell was hollow, the spirit within, an unending void. Darth Nihilus's power became apocalyptic. Entire planets fell silent in his wake. When he fed, the Force itself was drawn from all living things, men, women, children, even the smallest forms of life, until nothing remained but dust. His most infamous act was the annihilation of Qatar, a Mira Luca colony where the surviving Jedi had gathered in secret. Nihilus sensed their presence and descended upon the planet, consuming all life in a single dreadful breath. Even his own followers feared to stand too close. He commanded a fleet of ghost ships led by the Ravager, a derelict warship held together by sheer will and dark energy. His words became indecipherable. Those who heard him said his voice was not speech, but a distortion of existence itself, as if the void had learned to speak. Ironically, it was Nihilus's boundless hunger that led to his destruction. In his gluttony, he turned his gaze towards Tellus IV, a planet key to the Republic's recovery. But there he was, met by Mitra Surik, the Jedi exile who had once unleashed Malachor's devastation and now sought to end its legacy. With the help of Visas Mar, Nihilus's own Mira Luca servant Surik confronted the Sith Lord aboard the Ravager. In the duel that followed, Nihilus attempted to drain her as he had done to countless others. But Surik was a wound in the Force. There was nothing to feed upon. For the first time, Nihilus's hunger found no purchase. Deprived of sustenance, the Lord of Hunger was undone. His mask fell to the floor, the empty echo of a being who had devoured himself. Today, Darth Nihilus remains a symbol of the Sith's ultimate paradox, the pursuit of power through destruction until nothing is left to control. He became so powerful that he ceased to exist as a person, transforming into a hunger that could never be sated, a living void that consumed the galaxy but found no peace within. In the silent ruins of Malachor, The winds still whisper his voice, not in words, but in the faint haunting echo of the dark side. A reminder that even the strongest will can be devoured by the emptiness it seeks to fill. In the end, he was not a man, nor a Sith, nor even a being. He was hunger, and hunger can never be satisfied.